and welcome back everyone, welcome back to another day, another edition here of the OSC Elite Rising Star number 17, day number 2. I'm of course just VIP. With me I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all to a very special tournament, a tournament designed to feature, to showcase, and to reward the up and coming players in the scene. You know, we have some tournaments with the big names, the big dogs like Cyril, Rainer, Clem, like all the others, but here a tournament for those that are rising and looking to be stars. Let's go, let's go. So if you've been enjoying yourselves, again, it's been a very intense week of StarCraft, an intense schedule as well, 2 casts a day every single day. I would like to sleep one day, but not this week. It's not so much StarCraft. Of course, last night we were live with the finale of the CranKy Gathers Season 2 tournament. I do recommend checking out the VODs. It was an amazing finals, or best of 13. It was wild, pappy. So do check out the VODs over on YouTube. Likewise, later on tonight, we're going to be live with the Pondcast as well. So later on tonight, we have the Pondcast. This morning, we have the OSC Elite Rising Star. And over the course of the weekend and the next couple of days, we have more Open Cups, War DTV Mondays, PegaStar Cups, KSLs, Junior Cups, SDOs, all the StarCraft as we catch up on what we have missed out on the past week of play. But first things first, of course, we do have the OSC Elite Rising Star tournament. And we have quite a plethora amount of matches here. Here we go. We have 8 best of 3s, pappy. It's a lot of best of 3s. 8 matches in total. We're going to be jumping into our first series, though. We're going to be jumping into a TvP between FoxeR and Prome. FoxeR, of course, has been devoting and committing a lot of time to StarCraft as of late. Even did travel, of course, to the SC for All tournament. The American Terran player is up against Prome. Prome, the Korean Protoss. Prome, who I would say has been dedicating more time recently to SC Evo, to StarCraft Evolution. A little bit less so to StarCraft 2. So I'm curious to see how they compare to each other. I'll be honest, I think I lean towards FoxeR in this matchup, but I know that Prome can be a very cheeky player. He can be very cheeky, at times can be unorthodox, and let's find out. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the pink Protoss. For among SC2 people, it is a Prome. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the yellow Terran player. We have the yellow Terran, the American Terran. It is FoxeR. Here we go. So we're getting into our Terran versus Protoss matchup here, and again, Prome has been committing and devoting. FoxeR has been committing and devoting a lot more time to StarCraft as of late. Has been improving quite a bit as well, and has been looking very impressive. I'm still recalling his TvT series against Bunny, where he was so close to bringing him down during the RSL qualifiers. We'll see how we compare here as well. As I mentioned before, Prome, he does spend a lot of his time playing StarCraft Evolution. SC Evo is where he has predominantly spent his time, but recently has been playing, every now and then I should say, does play in some StarCraft 2 tournaments as well. Of course, to be good in one, you have to be good in the other, likewise for SC Evo, and we'll see how he does compare. Prome, he has been known to spice things up when it comes to some cheeky builds, specifically, you know, I want to say some of the Lunacy and even Rebellion builds. I know a lot of them do share builds and do look to improve together as one. It's a tight-knit community among SC2 player base, this clan, I mean, the team among SC2 players, and they do often help each other quite a bit, and we do often share builds. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Prome. We'll see if he plays standard, if he goes for a Twilight Council, or if he does something more devious. For now, though, we're settling in. Double gas. Double gas opener out of FoxeR, going for a delayed TC, faster factory, so more of a tech-heavy start out of our Terran player. Likewise, we go for the full wall off as well, so Prome is in the dark. Prome, for all he knows, there could be a CC, right? There could be a CC up here in the top side to float over. This could be an economic opener, or it could be a more tech-heavy start. Prome is unaware. So Prome is playing a little bit blind here initially. And again, we'll see how he does respond. We should be seeing relatively safe play out of Prome. I will say typically on Tokamak, you want to be cutting corners. It's a large map, long rush distance by ground, so it is more viable to cut some corners, to be a little bit more greedy here and to go into a faster third base. But after not really recognizing what's going on, we'll see if he does cut corners or play it safe. For now, the reactor is on the way. We can go into Reactor Reaper Hellion. There it is. So we are committing here into early game aggression. With this, the goal should be economic damage. Reapers and Hellions, they do not scale well coming into the mid game, so you want to get rid of them early on, and ideally you want to be getting rid of them by trading with those workers, with those probes, by busting into the mineral lines and wreaking havoc. Again, we'll see if we can pull this off. Likewise, it's going to be on Prome to get his SimCity up and running. So far, he does have a wall off here on top of the ramp, and we should be seeing, likewise, a wall off here at the natural as well. Oh, I see Rebellion in the chat. Let's go, baby, let's go. Rebellion. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm casting any Rebellion tonight in this tournament, but likewise, as we mentioned before, active player amongst the SC2 people. Oh, going into charge. Okay. Reaper Hellion does poke in. So far, we do have a solid wall here, at least covering part of the ramp. There is an entrance, there's an opening here into the mineral line, but that's what the sentry is going to be for here for force fields. So far, nice SimCity. And again, this is not a standard opener. We're going Twilight Council into charge, not into blink. A chrono boost is on the way. Now, going into early charge, this typically is designed to shut down early tank pushes. I would say that I would favor this if the Terran player were to commit early on to a committed move out, especially tank-based move out. But that's not really what's happening here. We have a Widowmine drop, we have a bio follow-up. It's nothing too committed, so we'll see how Prome can actually make use of this, and we'll see if he does turn this defense and more into an offense and try to break his opponent. For now, it's keeping up with the Reaper Hellion. Here we go, Widowmine drop across the map, making its way towards the natural. As Hallucination does get a full scout, confirms the Raxes. Mine drop is on the way. FoxeR, he rotates. FoxeR does get eyes on the third CC timing. Oh. And does boost in. Does go for the boost. Prome, he will react. He pulls away in time. Baits at the mine shots. Oh my god, he came back too soon. Nice retargeting out of FoxeR. No, not again. 12 probes go down. A sentry goes down as well. That should not have happened again. The Prome, he did react well. He pulled away. He did react in time, but he pulled back too soon, too close. And with that, FoxeR has a massive start here. He does, I should say, Prome takes a massive blow to his economy. FoxeR behind this, chilling back at home, building up his army, gets eyes on the third base. And these Widowmines, they've more than paid for themselves. Denied mining, 12 probes, and a sentry. Reaper Hellion is going to be zoned away. There's still one Widowmine left, so we can try to find some more damage. And Prome is taking up, working towards, not Storm, towards Colossus. So the Bay is on the way, Colossus production on the horizon. I mean, there's going to be a big power spike, there's going to be a big timing, a window, I should say, for FoxeR to move out, to get some damage done before Prome can recover. Oh boy. So there's that window. I'm sure FoxeR is aware. Stim is halfway done. Waiting for some medevacs, and from here should be rallying across the map. As soon as we get the upgrades done. Let's here we go. FoxeR does move out. As I mentioned before, he is rallying. 2 more Raxes on the way. FoxeR is in position for, yep, there we go, the third CC. So is expanding. He's expanding behind this. I believe there should be 1 Colossus to defend. And for the most part, I feel like Prome, he should be able to keep up and hold on, depending on the angle of attack. FoxeR is making his way towards the expansion. Does siege. We'll bring down the pylon. And here comes a Colossus. Can we break the army in? The mine shots. Ooh, here, brittle connections. Widowmines go up. Zelt's going to be going down, and the Colossus is exposed. FoxeR does stutter in. So again, brittle tank shots. From here, FoxeR is still rallying. Ooh, and even takes down the expansion. The third goes down. The Colossus, as we mentioned, is exposed. Nice spread here with the Marines. He does them in, takes down the Colossus, and that should be game. GG gets called as Prome is broken, and FoxeR takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played again. Just a really unfortunate start for Prome to lose 12 workers to the Widowmine drop. That was insane damage. Again, to sustain that much damage early on, it takes a lot to rebuild, to resaturate. It delays everything else. It delays your gateways, delays your warp ins, delays your tech, delays everything in favor of trying to rebuild and reset that economy. So losing 12 workers that early on, it should be game ending. We saw that Prome was trying to defend, trying to hold on with his own Colossus, but alas, it was just too much. GG. GG, well played. And with that, FoxeR takes a lead, and now we're jumping into game 2 to see if we can bring it back and force the ace match. Let's go. Let us go. This morning in the top right hand corner here of Torches, we have the pink Protoss player. We have the South Green Protoss representing among SC2 people down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. It is Prome. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the yellow Terran player. We have the American Terran. It is FoxeR. Also, did just remind me in the chat, predictions now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Do apologize for not hosting the predictions at the start of the match. It slipped my mind, papi. So engrossed in the game itself, but now we can settle in. And welcome to Torches. Torches being one of the more unorthodox maps in the map pool. Shorter rush distance by air, likewise can be shorter by ground as well if we mine through these patches. Aggression can be very favored on this map. Likewise, defending on 3 bases can be very awkward. This area in between the natural and the third can be abused. It can be made use of against you as well. So again, aggression the games themselves just can be quite awkward here on Torches. We'll see our players take us. We'll see how FoxeR does commit. Here we go. So now we are going to be settling in. In last game, Prome, he wasn't able to make full use of his charge base opener, unfortunately. Maybe he was blindly getting ready for aggression. But this time, economic opener out of FoxeR. Okay, single gas, racks, expand. So economic start out of our Terran. And with this, we can settle into... I mean, we can still be aggressive in the mid game at least. But for now, going to be calming down. There you go. So now we are going to be building up. Again, with the more economic starts, we can settle into our 1-1-1. Going to reactor to Hellion. Interesting. With this start, if we don't go for an Adult Swap, we can actually follow this up with a with a Hellion drop instead. So we'll see if we do invest into additional Hellions here. And if we go for the medevac. Likewise, this time Twilight counts on the Blink, so standard follow-up this time out of Prome. With Blink, it's going to be a little bit easier to keep up with drop play, to shut down medevacs, to gain map control, and to contain the Terran player as well. So it's a much more diverse and, as a result, a much more standard way to open up. Getting to Blink. Prome, oh, cutting a lot of corners, actually going 2-gate blink into a third, even getting the third base before the gateway's even done. So very greedy build here out of Prome. He has not scattered at all across the map, by the way. I was curious if he was reacting here to the initial opener, but no, Prome is playing blind, cutting a lot of corners, being very, very greedy. FoxeR does move in, dives into the mineral line. For Hellions, they will one-shot. They can and they will. So far, getting up to 5 probe kills. 5, 6 probes going down, getting up to 7 towards the end. So 7 probe kills, not bad. Does get some decent damage. We have the Banshee follow-up. Cloak is on the way. Now, when it comes to cutting corners and being greedy, we didn't mention how this was 2-gate blink and into a third base, and even then a very fast third. There's no Robo currently. Robo just now has begun, but Cloak is almost finished. Cloak is almost complete. There's going to be a window in time where these Banshees can deal damage. I say that, ooh, the Stalkers are coming to intercept. The Banshee is going to be focused down. Oh my god, and does get sniped. Massive pickoff here, and that was a big overstep from FoxeR. There was a big window of opportunity. He could have done so much here. Again, the Robo is still not quite done. Cloak is complete, but did already lose that first Banshee. That was on FoxeR. To be fair, he didn't know that the third base was already taken, so he believed that he would be safe in this position, assuming there would be no third. Banshee's now moving out. Oh. As Prome is stepping in. Prome is going to be careful. Gets one SCV. There's a recall back home. Observer is halfway done. The Banshee does get into the main. Checks to the third. We'll get some damage. Getting to 3, getting to 4 probes. It's something. 4 probes go down. Banshee does pull away. And we're building up into the mid game. So far, what have we done? What have we achieved? 11 probe kills for a Banshee, for 4 Hellions. So far, I would say slightly better trade here for FoxeR. Thankfully, at least he does keep one of the Banshees alive, but we do see Prome at least all over it currently to make sure that no additional damage is done. We do see likewise Prome taking up in towards the bay, and even though a lot of damage was done, Prome still did go for the greedier build, so that does make up for that. Does make up for his losses. They kept rushing into the 4th base, expanding towards FoxeR. Again, Prome has been so greedy this game with his 3rd base timing, with his 4th base timing as well. If he's left alone, I mean, this is going to snowball out of control. If he's left alone. So FoxeR is moving out. There's an observer here keeping eyes on FoxeR. Yeah, as we load up the tanks. Sure, he does commit. Likewise, we can see Prome setting up as well. Does move out, sits up on the low ground. FoxeR, he can actually rotate in our position this time. He can just go straight for the 3rd. He can move in. Tanks do siege. Zealots rushing forward. Ooh, nice target firing. And nice target firing on the Zealots. Ooh, now going for the Stalkers. A massive tank shots on Prome. He will lose everything. Yeah, brutal engage. Again, the tanks did focus on the Zealots. Very juicy connections. We do see reinforcements coming in from behind. There's the unsiege. Doesn't siege. It looks like one tank will fall. Oh, move command. Bit of a move command here. Down to 1 tank. This is still been a better trade here for FoxeR. But did lose one of his tanks. Banshee does hit the natural. And FoxeR pulls away. I mean, again, overall, that was a better fight for the Terran. We'll throw away the Banshee. But over time, we're building up more Colossus, and Prome, even though he took some more losses here, the gold does make up for that. So there's still a lot of pressure on FoxeR. as he's not aware of the gold. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going on. FoxeR is going to be taking his own 4th base. Does float over. It's getting ready. It's going to be quite committed with that job. Prome is still taking more base. Jesus. Taking more expansions, getting more map control, and we're looking to build up and max out. Okay. And again, there were opportunities here for FoxeR. If only he was a little bit more aware of what was happening. Again, like, he just never saw the fast 4th base, never saw the gold. Otherwise, I'm sure that would have been something he would have been pressuring to take a better fight and also to try to punish the economy. So FoxeR has been in the dark. Likewise, ideally, you do want to line this up with some other attack here to distract. Drop is moving in. Prome is pushing forward here into the center of the map. Doom Drop does hit the fringe base. Prome is moving in. And Prome commits. Boys are being pulled. Vikings are just going ham here on the Colossus. And so far just kind of gets the Zealots. One Colossus does go down. Barely does not get the second. At the same time, Marines, they do kill the expansion, but that didn't really matter as much. And not as crucial. Real to dive in. Nice focus firing. Gets a Colossus. There's one left. Yeah, one Colossus remaining. Brutal splash damage here from the Colossi. Marines, they just keep on pushing. Yeah, they keep going in. Heading into the natural. Robo's exposed. Oh, a brutal move command. No. Yeah, brutal move command there as we do recall back home. Marines, they kill the Colossus. Oh my god. The Colossus goes down. The man with gun. Not like this. And in the end, FoxeR, he should be cleaned up here. He should lose this army to the Zealots. But this is still critical damage. He reset the army. We can see FoxeR is rallying across the map, headed towards the fringe bases, headed towards the 3rd and 4th. Now he knows. Now he sees the expansion. Now he's aware. Colossus are on the way. Marines, they have to kite back. Yeah, that's to respect the Zealots. Prome, he's holding on. He's defending. Ooh, even catching the Vikings. We still have Marines in the main. Oof. Yeah, Marines are still in the main base. Nice target firing, getting it to 7 SC or 7 probes. 7 more probes going down. From here again, things are still looking quite intense. The gold base is slowly running out of resources. We're getting there. Prome has rebuilt his Colossus, once again pushing in. Viking count is looking much lower. Not as many Vikings. Nice EMPs though, very nice. EMPs pop up, one Colossus will go down. Oh god, the swipes were brutal. And Marines have to kite back. Once again, FoxeR is holding. FoxeR is holding on, getting another CC on location. Getting a 5th base. Again, for Prome, he still needs a little bit more time. Unfortunately, he's just been bleeding out a lot of Colossi, a lot of the high-tech units, and has been stuck on purely Colossus. Where's the Storm? Where are the Disruptors? Where's the third Robo? Alas, Prome, his Robo army, his splash damage has never really been able to build up over time. That's something that is hurting Prome quite a bit. Expensive losses. Despite his goals. Oh my god, gets more medevac, okay. Medevac goes down. FoxeR, he's just turtling up, he's maxing out. Getting another CC. And soon can start being active again. We're waiting for those Liberators. Almost there. Here once again does kite back. Oh, there's still 3 Colossus though. Yeah, and Prome is breaking through. Prome is breaking through. Breaks through the front lines. Once again, the EMPs are nice. Reinforcements are trickling in. Oh my god. So many Marines go down to the Colossi. Brutal damage, but Marines, they do survive. Colossus, they overextend. They chase the Ghost. Yeah, so rough army control there from Prome, throwing away his Colossi. Ay, ay, ay. And we spoke about it every fight. He's just losing all 2-3 Colossus time and time again. Just not able to retain the army. And I guess we'll do it again. We'll take we'll wind it back. As FoxeR is going to be the first to max out this time. He'll be the first to max. Prome, he's pushing in once again. But his army is lacking. Likewise, there's been no run-bys, no counterattacks. These are orbitals, by the way. I mean, sure, the 4th base is a planetary, but the 5th and 6th, these are so vulnerable to run-bys and counterattacks. Alas, Prome, he has yet to go for any of that. Has not been one to harass, mainly just one to go for these one big fight. And that has been hurting him. Again, these bases can be punished. That is typically one of the strengths of this kind of army is its mobility when it comes to zealot run-bys, counterattacks, war prism harass as well. But instead, Prome has been attempting to brute force it and has been struggling. FoxeR's maxed. FoxeR is maxed out. And now is the time. FoxeR's moving in. Yo, we got mass DT warping in. Let's go. He notices. Yeah, he does notice. Likewise, drop top left. Go base goes down. I mean, this space doesn't really matter as much here for Prome. He's built up to 4 Colossus. Marines take it into the middle line. They do force a recall. Recall of the portion of the main army. Prome only fighting with half his army. Uh-oh. Yeah, only half. Vikings, they just bully the Colossus. EMPs connect. Nice spread here by FoxeR. Very nice. Does spread well. Ooh, does barely get the final Colossus. Vikings gets turned away. Drop back in, top left. And Prome is being pulled apart. Yeah, cannot keep up. Center base we can take. Let's go. Takes a center base. Drop into the main. Morph in the planetary, pappy. Send it. As FoxeR is going for the goal. Going for the goal base. Again, just keeps picking up, but Prome just cannot keep up with the drop play. Not like this. And he gets in. It gets into the mineral lines. Prome, he has no economy. He lost everything. 46 probes go down. Losing his 3rd, his 4th, his 5th. And just scanning, rechecking for bases, rechecking for the army. Does spot the main army moving out. Planetary's almost done. Let's go. Does morph in. And Liberation has arrived. The planetary should fall. It's trading. It's buying time. GG gets cold, and FoxeR snowballs out of control. We will take the series 2-0. GG. Whew. GG, well played, FoxeR. He will claim the series. Very impressive play here out of FoxeR. Prome, a little bit tunnel visioning here. He did get away with his greed. I will say that. Like, he got away with his 4th base. He got away with his 5th base. For the most part, he did sustain some damage. It was 11 probes going down in the beginning, but he was able to build up quite an army. Unfortunately, as you mentioned here, he was very kind of one-track minded when it came to his attacks. There was no run-bys, counterattacks, War Prism harass, or anything like that, anything of that nature, despite the fact that the bases of FoxeR were quite vulnerable, and because it was all centralized in these one big fights, FoxeR had a bit of an easier time dealing with that army, making use of his SCVs, his SimCity, also had some very nice army control as well. GG. GG, well played with that. Congratulations. With that, FoxeR does advance on into the next round, and question becomes, where are we dropping?